Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Maples Outdoors. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of powder paint. Got my heat gun, as you can see. I'm going to be doing these little pony head spinners. I've got, I believe it's quarter, eighth, and 16th ounce. So I've got two of each. Now, of course, I'm using my own homemade, I guess you would say, homemade fluid beds. Now, as you can see, I got Purple Smoke, got Bruised Gill in there. I've got Plum, Mango Magic, and Go Time over here. I'm going to do these pony head spinners up, and I've even got the split rings and little Colorado blades to go on them. So just going to do a quick video here of me doing powder paints on these, and let's get to it. Okay guys, so we'll have to yell over the heat gun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the little 16th ounce. Just clamp it in the little hemostat here. And I've got a friend that decided to start flying around here with me. There he goes. Alright, so all you want to do is just heat this lead up just a little bit. Now I've already got my little fish tank pump going for my volcanoing. So I'm going to do this one in Purple Smoke. Just swirl it around in there just for a minute. Tap off the excess. Now to really get that color to pop, put it back over top of the heat. And I don't need to clean the eyelet out. It looks really good. Now the only thing we're doing that is, let me turn the heat gun off here. The only thing we're doing that is you get some of that powder paint on the swivel, but that's not a big deal. As long as you free it up, make sure it's going to still turn after you get the powder paint on there. And as long as it turns, you're good to go. So I might try a different method of heating that lead up, because that powder paint really don't need to be on that swivel. Might break out the torch instead. Yeah, that one may be alright. Yeah, it seems to be moving okay. We'll hang that up over here on my pegboard hook. Let's try a different method here. Just got this little micro torch. Gonna turn it way down. There we go. Turn it way down. Alright, let's do one of these 1/8 ounce. I'm going to do this one in Bruised Gill this time. So all I'm going to do is just kind of hit that lead just a little bit. Now with the torch you got to be more careful, because you can melt that lead a lot easier than you can with that heat gun. So just a little bit of heat, and we'll dip it down in this Bruised Gill real quick. Now, one thing I find, let me turn this torch off before I burn my arm. One thing that I find is you'll get that hook eye up here. If you'll just take just a piece of wire or something, I just use a little small piece of copper wire, get it inside of there. Once this thing cools down, you just pop it right on out of there. You just clean that little bit of that powder paint off. She's still just a little bit warm. Let's turn the heat gun on. Get that color to really pop with it. And there you have it. Don't that just look good? Hang that up here as well. Now I'm going to do one of these 1/4 ounce. I'm going to change up my color a little bit here. Let's go ahead and turn these valves off. I'm going to change up my color. I'm going to go with Plum and Mango Magic. Guys, I love the color of this Mango Magic. It looks amazing. Now this plum is amazing. So let's go ahead and get our volcanoing going. Oop, just a hair too much there. Now all you really need is you don't really have to have the volcanoing. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have it where it's spitting up a little bit of powder, but as long as when you pick it up and you move it around and it moves like water, I mean, that's why it's called a fluid bed. So might help if I turned it the other way, wouldn't it? There we go. Oop, just a little bit too much. All we're doing is getting the air down in between those powder particles. Now, of course, the bigger the amount of lead, the more heat it's going to have. But I mean, I've got my heat gun set on low. Just a little bit. Let's do this plum. Now back over that heat, get that color to really pop. Now what you're doing with that powder paint, well, I don't even have to clean the eyelet out on this one, guys. Look at that. Is that not just beautiful? It's got a lot of, looks like it's got some purple. I can't tell what other colors it's got in it. Looks like it's got some purple and maybe some little off-colored silver in there. But matching with that plum color, oh my goodness. Guys, that is just amazing. Let's hang that up there. Here's my little friend again, decided to start flying around. Now, I'm going to do my last one here as the 1/8 ounce. Now, I've done a little something different. Instead of catching that swivel in the heat, I'm going to hold it off to the side. That way that swivel doesn't get as much heat. Seemed to work a lot better right then when I dipped it in that plum. Let's dip this one in Mango Magic. Guys, look at that. I mean, is that just not gorgeous? Sure. I couldn't have asked for a better dip on that. So I'm going to hang that up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up to put the split rings on and the Colorado blades. So I'll be back with you in just a few minutes, but to you guys it might just seem like a couple seconds. Alright guys, so we got all these cooled down now, and I've done a couple other colors. This one here is flame red. It looks very orange to me, but also done Go Time. I mean, that just looks amazing. So we're going to put split rings on these, so just bear with me here. Got my different blades, little Colorado blades. So hopefully I can do this without losing any of these puppies. Got my little split ring pliers here. Hopefully they work out really good. I don't know if they're meant for this small of a blade, this small of a ring. So we're gonna put our little blade on there and pick up one of these smaller ones here. Let's see if I can do this or not without shooting a split ring clear across the room. Maybe I need to do it the other way around. Like I said, guys, you're going to have to bear with me here for a minute. I don't think, there we go. I don't think these split ring pliers were meant for this small of a split ring. Maybe I need to try it on the outside ring. Yep, there, dropped one. I got it though. Salvaged it. Now, let's see if we can do this. This is supposed to be a short video. I don't know if this is going to happen. Maybe if I go a different angle of attack. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me get this figured out and be back with you in just a moment. Okay guys, so we finally got this thing figured out. So apparently my split ring pliers are not meant for that small of a split ring, but between the two tools we got it figured out. So let's go ahead and put another one on here. So we're going to take our little Colorado blade, pick us up one of these little split rings here, and if I can hold on to it, get this thing set up just right. There we go. Now, for me it seems to be easier if I put the blade on the split ring first. Then I can work it around just a little bit and open up using the blade to open up that split ring just enough. And this would be a lot easier if I had it in the hemostats. There we go, I can control it a little bit better. Now, just going to take and pop it on there just like so. Look at that, looks like I know what I'm doing. Now I'm just going to use my hemostats to spin the split ring around, and there you have it. Got yourself a little pony head spinner. And see that little bit of powder paint that got on that swivel really doesn't affect motion of it any. So I've already done the plum, got a little bit bigger blade on it, so it's as easy as that. I know I make it look easy, don't I? No, not really. Okay guys, so we've got all our pony head spinners done, and look at these. I mean, don't they just look absolutely amazing? So all the stuff that I've got here, you can get from doitmolds.com. They've got all this stuff, all the swivels. Now these are I believe these are stainless steel swivels. Can't really remember. The little Colorado blades, you can get them hammered, you can get them smooth like these, but these right here are a little bit bigger. I would use these with like a little 2-inch paddle tail or a little curl tail grub. But these smaller ones, these 16th ounce, and there's my friend back again. Get out of here. These little 16th ounce, if I can get that thing to focus there. There it is. These little 16th ounce you can use with a 2-inch paddle tail. Actually, I had some sitting up here. I guess I don't. But you can use these creek fishing, pond fishing. They would work. You can use a little bit smaller hook, obviously, but they'd work really good for that. These are just amazing little things. But these colors, man, I just cannot get over these colors. These are all the powder paints from Do It. The ProTech powder paints. This one is Go Time. I love these colors, man. And they sell those fluid beds, but I had built that one forever ago. And all it is just a little aquarium pump and some 2-inch couplings. I got some 3-inch test caps for a base. Let me get one of them over here. So I got a 3-inch test cap on the bottom, super glued down to a 2-inch coupling. And I used brass fittings, but you can use plastic fittings, whatever you feel comfortable. And the tubing, I think I bought it was 8 feet for $3 or $4 maybe at most. But then I made mine to where I can interchange. So the inside of this is, if you can see right down in there, let me get you a little bit closer here. There we go, a little bit of adjustment. So I got down on the inside there, you can see my little brass fitting, and all it is just a little old needle valve, which you don't really need a whole lot of opening. I put a little Teflon tape on there just to seal it. But all I've done for my cups is I have brown paper super glued to the bottom, and of course trimmed and maybe a little bit of sanding, and a little 2-inch test cap, and there's my powder. And all I do to change colors, so I can dip, I mean, I've dipped 6 different colors here in a matter of a few minutes, and all you got to do, push it down in there, turn on your pump, open your valve until you get the fluidness of the powder paint, heat it up, dip it, then turn around, and when you want to change colors, turn your valve off, change your color. It's as simple as that. I wanted to be able to do it, and then you get powder paint on you, which it just wipes right off, washes off. It doesn't adhere as well as a lot of people think, but it does adhere really good. You can bake these when you're done. I've seen a lot of people bake them at 350 degrees in like a toaster oven or something like that for 10 minutes. But honestly, I'm going to lose this thing before I ever chip off enough paint. The fish is going to look at it and go, I don't like that color anymore. So it's as simple as that. Real easy to do. These colors though, man, they show, look at all that glitter. They are truly amazing. And to get that shine back on them, like I said, all I do is just hit it back with a little bit of heat. If you're using a torch, be very careful with the torch, because you will melt that lead. But to clean the eyelet out, all I use is just a small piece of copper and just run it through there and kind of get it cleaned out, and then let it set up. And it takes it just a few minutes for this stuff to cool, and then I just pull it right back out. Done and done. But something you ought to give it a try if you're into making your own lead stuff. I know I tried for years to sit there and paint with a paintbrush, and it'd take me 2 or 3 coats. And I'm gonna move you around again, so hang on tight. I just powder painted the 6 of them, 6 different colors. They're done. I could take them right now and go fishing, and 5 minutes of drive time maybe at most. It took me longer to put the Dead Gem blades and split rings on than it did to powder paint them. So I think it's a whole lot better than trying to use paintbrush and painting them. I've done that with my bass jigs, my bottom jigs, football, arky jigs, whatever kind I'm making up that day. It takes me longer to paint them things than it does to paint 6 different colors, and then you got to let them cure. And I usually have to do 2 or 3 coats. So you can get everything here from doitmolds.com. Of course, you can see I got some of their plastisol sitting back here and all the colors, and I mean, it's just a wall of stuff. So That's just the start of it right now. I'm just kind of getting into it. So, but go to doitmolds.com, get anything you need. I got my heat gun over here. Oh, there it went. Well, I'll fool with that in a minute. Anything you need from doitmolds.com, go to them. There'll be a link in the bottom description. Use them for everything, guys. They have some of the most amazing stuff. And like I said in my last video, if they don't have it, they are working on it. It is in prototype. They have thought about it. I've got some new stuff that I've been dying to try out. And we'll be making a video for it here shortly. But go to doitmolds.com. Hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on Instagram. TikTok. I'm going to try to get back into it. Baseball season has just ended. I'm hitting my table and moving, y'all. Just hang on tight. Make sure you get your seatbelts on. But baseball season just ended for my son. I'm finally going to be able to get back to a normal routine where I'm not at ball practice or ball game 2 or 3 nights a week, and then trying to get to church and working. Right now we're working 6 days a week. So hey, bear with me. I'll get back to you. Thought I heard somebody pulling in. So, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications. That way you don't miss an upload. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. But until then, y'all have fun fishing. We'll catch you the next time.